answer in cases like yours, Mrs. Wiggs, is for the society to take a couple of the children off your hands. Goodbye, ladies.
I feel sorry for you, Miss Graham. You must have missed something about having your young'uns, or you could never ask another mother to give up hers, even if it was your job.
Simultaneous protests going around the world right now.
Okay. Is there any name to it?
Exposed CPS is actually what it's formally being called.
If I go online, you think I'd be able to find something like that?
Yes.
It's exposed.
Exposed CPS.
CPS.
Sheriff, if you look up in your search engine, if you type in CPS corruption,
Okay.
you will find up to 12 million articles.
Good morning, I'm Charles Joseph Stecker Jr., the International Child Abuse Prevention Task Force. We're here today in front of the Northampton County Courthouse talking about exposing the failures of the child welfare system to truly provide for the children.
However, what these agencies typically do is go before a judge and say, we pursued reasonable efforts and kinship care is not possible. And the judge typically says, okay.
They should have been fired, and the place should have been shut down.
That's right. Where I am, one of the counties warned the chief of police was molesting 10-year-old boys. Right inside the precinct, mind you. Yeah.
My brother was murdered in foster home in Philadelphia, in Germantown on Seymour Street.
God.
Beat to death by a foster mother who had killed another kid 10 months before him.
And she still was false.
She never even went to court.
That's sick.
She walked from both deaths.
And I went there, and here CPS was there, and they were like, no, you can't take the kids. And Tommy was like, you know, come on, Mom, let's go. And I go, we can't. The cops will get us. So more or less, they took my grandkids. And Tommy, their uncle, and the other uncle, Raymond, hasn't seen the kids since this happened. June 18th, 2014. Yeah. Because it'll be a year. They just don't realize what they do to the family. And I just keep praying that my grandchildren are safe.
They help me build walls and keep me from, you lose that bond you have with parents. And I was a little confused as to why I resented my parents for years. And I was told I guess I had that parental alienation syndrome that kids get.
Have they ever reminded you that your parents really love you and care for you at all?
No.
Nothing at all like that, huh?
No, and they said my parents were disturbed people and needed to be divorced.
What's wrong with this system?
What's wrong with it is that they took our family apart, and they were continuing to keep us apart after the allegations were found to be unfounded, and they knew they weren't true.
You remember what he was angry about was being forced to go to church and not being allowed to go to synagogue at all. And we made kosher food, and the foster, with agreement, the foster family threw it out.
Well, they asked us to gather.
The foster quote-unquote mother threw it out, and he saw it. And he didn't tell us until he came home that he was crying. Oh yeah.
Yep. I'm an uncle of a niece and nephew, and they've been taken away by CPS, DIFUS. And my grandparents have been feeling the pain, suffering for how many months now? Almost a year. And I'm supporting them. I'm with them. I've seen the whole thing. I was there when they came. They had the police saying that they had to come in, and they told us they would take us to jail if we didn't let them in.
I was an employee of Department of Human Services, Child Protective Services, Mental Health.
When's the last time you saw your kids?
I have not seen my children for 5 years, have not heard their voices. They were in my custody when their father was taken.